How to create a website. Creating a website typically involves the following steps. Choose a domain name. This is the web address, for example www.example.com, that people will use to access your website. You can purchase a domain name from a domain registrar such as GoDaddy or Namecheap. Choose a web hosting provider. This is the service that will store and serve the files that make up your website to visitors. Popular web hosting providers include Bluehost, HostGator, and A2 Hosting. Design and develop your website. This can be done using website building tools such as Wix, Weebly, or Squarespace, or by building it from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Publish your website. Once you've designed and developed your website, you'll need to upload the files to your web host and make sure the domain name is pointing to the correct location. Optimize your website for search engine optimization, SEO, and test it for functionality and usability. Note: the level of complexity for creating a website can vary greatly depending on the type of website you want to create and your technical skills. That's great. Describe more. Sure, here is a more detailed explanation of each step. Choose a domain name. A domain name is a unique web address that represents your website. When choosing a domain name, it's a good idea to choose something that is memorable and easy to spell. You can check the availability of a domain name by using a domain registrar such as GoDaddy or Namecheap. Once you have chosen a domain name, you will need to register it and pay an annual fee to keep it active. Choose a web hosting provider. A web hosting provider is a service that stores and serves the files that make up your website to visitors. When choosing a web hosting provider, it's important to consider things like storage space, bandwidth, and customer support. Popular web hosting providers include Bluehost, HostGator, and A2 Hosting. Once you have chosen a web hosting provider, you will need to sign up for an account and choose a hosting plan. Design and develop your website. This step involves creating the visual design and structure of your website, as well as adding content such as text, images, and videos. You can design and develop your website using website building tools such as Wix, Weebly, or Squarespace, which offer drag and drop interfaces and pre-made templates. Or, you can build it from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Publish your website. Once you've designed and developed your website, you'll need to upload the files to your web host and make sure the domain name is pointing to the correct location. This is typically done through the web hosting provider's control panel. Optimize your website for SEO. Search engine optimization, SEO, is the process of making your website more visible on search engines like Google. This involves things like including keywords in your website's content, creating meta tags, and creating a sitemap. Test your website. Before you make your website live, it's important to test it for functionality and usability. This includes testing things like links, forms, and other interactive elements to make sure they work properly. Note: if you don't have technical skills, you can hire a web developer or a web design agency to create a website for you. They will take care of all the steps for you.